Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Rob. So today we're going to be going out for a drive in my Mustang. So this is my 2015 Mustang GT. I want to go on a drive with this. Well, I'll be honest with you, the Supra is currently in the shop getting paint protection film installed. So I figured, why not take this one out? It hasn't gone out in a while. I do have a nice 𝗗𝗏 exhaust on it. This was originally supposed to be supercharged, but I'm probably going to be keeping it as an NA daily. At least that's the plan right now. And if you didn't notice, this is actually the car that I had originally made this channel to show. So I just feel like it's fitting to make this video where I'm also going to go over myself a little bit, my history with cars and everything else. So it's a 2015 Mustang GT base model in guard green. It is also a 6-speed automatic, and it's also a lot of fun. So with that being said, let's go. Alright guys, got the drive cam going, so we're just going to have some fun with the car while I talk. So just for a bit of an intro, 2015 Mustang GT, as I said earlier, I did add a few things. So this is a base model GT, but I did add the performance package suspension parts. For example, the metal cowling brakes in the front. So it does drive a lot nicer. It also does have the nice 𝗗𝗏 exhaust that you can hear. I actually haven't really driven it a whole lot since I added all that stuff to it. The main purpose of this car was supposed to be to supercharge it, but then I got the Supra. So I also want to bring up the Supra because I know that it was because of the Supra that I have gained a lot of new subscribers. So that is why I did want to go ahead and do this sort of intro video for all you new subscribers and for any new returning subscribers who want to know what I've been up to and who just didn't know my past. So with that, got the drive cam going. Let's go ahead and do some talking and let's get at it. Alright, so first things first, I am 30 years old. I know I'm probably considered a bit old when you look at other YouTubers. I apologize for that. What do I do that has to do with cars? So, like a lot of other people around my age, it was the Fast and the Furious movies that got me into cars. Now, I saw 2 Fast and Furious in theaters, and I was just completely hooked on them. I still remember going home and looking at body kits and steering wheels with the red NOS button, the sparkle wheels, for my parents' 2001 Maxima at the time. Just like every other person probably did after seeing that movie. What can I do to my parents' car because I don't have my own car? And of course, high school, buying import tuners, Super Street, all those other car magazines. And then, I was 17, I was able to get my first car, and that was my 1987 Toyota Supra, 5-speed. I loved that car. It was very cool. It only had 57,000 miles when I bought it. So that was actually really, really neat. It wasn't the fastest car, of course. It was a non-turbo. But the condition was so good. I lowered it. I changed a few other things, put a nice MagnaFlow exhaust on it. And that was a lot of fun. And it was actually with that car that I got more into the car community and I got to meet a lot of car people. So that was, a great experience for me. And then 2011, I did end up selling it. And I bought a 2006 350Z. That was a fun car, and it was a sports car. I'd probably say, out of all the cars I've had, that's probably still the closest car to my Supra right now. And, it was a 6-speed, 2006, so I had the DE rev-up motor, and I enjoyed it. It did need a new clutch, which was unfortunate. I only had it for like 5,000 miles before I needed that. But it was a solid car. But at the time, I was going to school in San Francisco, and I wanted something that was a bit more dailyable. So I kind of put the fun carness to the side a bit, and I actually bought a 2005 Scion TC in 2013. That was actually also a pretty straight deal. It was a 2005 TC. I bought it for only 50,000 miles. I love when I can find them low miles and not beaten up. It's pretty clean. It was a flint mica color, automatic, of course. Like I said, I wanted a daily, and it was fun. And then in 2015, I had graduated with my bachelor's, and I decided, hey, I want another fun car. So then that is when I bought the car I'm driving right now, my 2015 Mustang GT. And that was it's a pretty fun car. 430 horsepower to the crank. I think it's supposed to be about 360, 370 to the wheels. Being that I bought it when I wasn't making a whole lot of money, even though I was working, I really didn't have much money to mod it. So I was pretty much just enjoying it other than changing out the wheels to some nice, these are the Roush wheels that I drew on. And it was a fun car, I enjoyed it. And then after that, by 2016, we actually then bought my wife a new car. She was driving since 2011 a 2002 Civic, and that is a 2017 Forester XT that you've seen in the background of my videos. And actually, after we bought that, that was our main car. Better on gas, better daily driver, than the Mustang. Of course, with its higher suspension, everything, a lot more utility purposes. And that's why the Mustang actually only has around 30,000. I'm just pulling over here. That's why the Mustang only has around 32,000 miles on it, because we didn't drive it that much. And then on top of that, in 2017, I leased my Toyota Mirai. I do have a review of that car on my YouTube channel. That was an interesting experience. Essentially it was such a good deal, I couldn't pass it up. I didn't have to pay for fuel or maintenance on it, which was really fun. And I actually really loved that. It was cool because you have this car, it's like a $60,000 car. I also didn't have to worry about it getting any dings or anything, because I had paid a bit extra, so if I get any dings on it, it's okay. Just imagine, right? $50,000 car, don't have to pay for fuel, don't have to pay for maintenance, don't even have to care about washing it right, because it's a lease, so it's not even technically your car. So it was then actually when I had that car when I'll admit I started getting really bored. And that's then also when I got into motorcycles. I had the CBR 250 to 650 and the Harley Sportster that I have a video of on this page. And actually that was then when, after quarantine started, back in 2020, I bought the '67 Camaro because I just wanted something to tinker with. Camaro was boring. Nice to drive it, nice not to worry about it, but it was so boring as hell car. And that was, why I got it and why I enjoyed it a lot. Now, the Mirai lease did end, and then that's when I was like, you know what? Let's get another phone car. I love my '87 Supra. I always wanted a Mark IV, and that's still going to happen one day. I figured, let's go Mark V. Let's go have some fun with it. And then that's how I bought the Mark V A91 edition that I have now in Fraction Blue, which I absolutely love. And that's pretty much my whole history of cars. And then during all this time, I got heavily into photography. If you look at my Instagram, I have quite a bit of car photography there, as well as my Flickr, where I have all the photos I upload. I just love taking nice pictures, editing them up, putting them out there, just sharing them to everybody. And that is why, photography is a big thing for me. I always love it. I also do love video editing. I'll admit, sometimes it's a bit more time consuming. Sometimes I just don't have the time. Usually I also have work and all that, and I'm busy with that as well. Now, that brings us into what do I do? Well, first off, as I said earlier, I have a bachelor's degree that is actually in accounting. I also do have an MBA. I got them both in San Francisco, and then that leads into my career, which I get asked this a lot on TikTok. I'm guessing because TikTok has a lot of younger people who are trying to figure out, what they want to do in life. Guys, just because you see someone have a lot of nice cars doesn't mean you should ask them what they do, because don't make having money to buy nice cars be the reason why you do a career, all right? Make sure you like the career and you can at least tolerate it. My rule was always work in something you can tolerate to afford your hobbies, and that is what I do now. So I am actually a financial analyst. Well, a senior analyst was my last role. I work in tech and biotech mainly. Actually in between jobs right now. But yeah, I know it's not the sexiest thing, but it pays the bills. It pays pretty well. This is the Bay Area, so honestly, everything that's up there and like the finance or business field pays pretty well, and I'm pretty happy about that. It allows me to buy the cars that I want, buy the cars I love. It still has a lot of career growth opportunity for me, which I'm very happy about, as that means that, I can move up and buy nicer cars. Which, once again, it's just a byproduct of me choosing this career. I did not choose this career because I wanted to buy nice cars. Or else I'd make myself miserable doing something I'm not interested in, like doctor, biology or something like that, which really isn't my thing at all. So yeah, that's pretty much just a lot about me. Like I said, I'm 30 years old and live in the Bay Area. Bay Area it's a huge plethora of cars. I love being in this area. So many car meets and everything. I'm thinking of if I want to start kind of covering car shows a little bit, or car meets and shows for this channel. I don't know though if you guys would watch it. I'll probably gauge your guys' interest. Just seeing what else we have. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is about me that you may want to know. You know, if there's anything that you feel I missed, anything you want to talk about, please go ahead and put that in the comments. You know, I do have one more little thing I want to do with this car, you know, for this video. So when we get there, we'll get there. But for now, I'm just going to finish this drive. I hope you enjoyed the drive cam. I want to start doing this more. I'd like to start reviewing other people's cars. I think that'd be pretty cool. Take them up here, throw them around on the curves and everything. You know, have some fun with it. I definitely want to do this with the Super soon when it's all ready. Like I said, right now, it's just getting the last bits of paint protection film applied to it. Then they'll be ready to go. All right, so let's just let's go ahead and skip to the next fun part, huh? All right, you guys, so I said I wanted to do something else before concluding this video. There's this tunnel I've always wanted to run this car through, especially with the Corsa exhaust. So let's see how it comes out, especially with the new mic I'm using. Lower this. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's not bad at all. I don't want to go too quick just because there might be cops on the other end of this tunnel. We will find out. But that was pretty cool. You know, remember, this is the Corsa Sport, so it's a bit quieter than the Corsa Extreme, which is really all I want. So let's see, let's get through this tunnel. Let's see if I'm getting a ticket for being too loud and obnoxious in a tunnel. And survey says there is no comp. Haha. Very good, you guys. All right, so I just want to end the video on that note. You know, the Super should be back soon, so then I can go ahead and put out more Super videos. And I hope you enjoyed this video with a brief introduction of myself and you know, what I do and what got me into cars. With that, I just want to say, have a good one, you guys.